All right. So today we are talking about litigating child support cases in the Oregon Circuit Court. My name is Ray Churba. I am a licensed attorney in the state of Oregon, and I litigate family law cases for the Center for Nonprofit Legal Services. Now, a lot of people think that when you go to court, the judge decides your child support, and that's not exactly how it works. Oregon has something called a child support calculator, which is essentially a website that is available to anybody. You can go there, you can play with it, and put in different factors and see what happens. The calculator calls for input of factors that go into the calculation, and that determines what the child support is. So when you go to court, you don't talk to the judge about what your child support is going to be. You talk to the judge about what the factors are going to be that go into the calculator, the numbers that go into the calculator. The judge is required to make findings on all the factors that go into the calculation. And so your job, the way you win a child support hearing, is you convince the judge to make findings on the factors that are in your favor. Now, how do you do that? So, there is a document called a Uniform Support Declaration. We call it a USD for short. And what you want to do is you want to get a uniform support declaration and fill it out, attach the attachments that it calls for, and get the other side to do the same thing. And once you have your uniform support declaration all filled out, you file it with the court, you send it to the other side, and they're supposed to do the same thing too. If they don't, you can bring their USD to court. But the reason that you want to get a uniform support declaration from the other side is that that will tell you their position on all the factors. So if there's a dispute, you can get the evidence that you need to convince the judge that you're right. So let me give you an example of this. So let's say you get a USD from the other side, and it says on there that they make $2,000 a month, but you know they make $5,000 a month. Well, you can use the legal tools that are available to you in your case, like, for example, a request for production, to get W 2, 1099, tax return, whatever it is, whatever it is that you need to prove your case from the other side. And then you can bring that to court to show the judge, hey, look, here, I'm right. Here's his tax return, here's his pay stub, whatever, and he make, $5,000 a month, whatever it is. So that's how you win your case. So let's talk about the factors that go into the calculation, and here they are. This is everything that goes into the calculation right here. Now, obviously, the two big ones are income and overnights, but then there's also spousal support that is either paid or received, union dues, non-joint children, that is children that you have that are not at issue in this case, but subject to a child support order, childcare costs, income the child receives, and healthcare costs that you pay for yourself or for the child. So these are all the factors that are going to go into the calculation. The judge is required to make findings on all these. And if you do a good job in your hearing, you can convince the judge to make findings that are in your favor. And that is how you win a child support hearing. Now, let's take a look. I had mentioned to you the Uniform Support Declaration, and it's right here. You can see it's on this Oregon.gov website. So this is an official state of Oregon document, and this is only a two-page document. Um, the third page is certificate of mailing, but these two pages are going to have they're going to cover all the factors. So your income, everything that I listed in the factors is going to be on here. So you fill this out, and you can see that it asks for attachments. You attach the attachments that you have, and then you send it to the other side and you file it with the court, so the judge will have it. Now, pages 4 and 5 of this document, they don't always need to be filled out. The only time pages 4 and 5 need to be filled out is if you're doing a case that involves spousal or partner support, or if somebody in your case is asking for a deviation from the child support guidelines. If that's not happening in your case, you don't need to fill out pages 4 and 5. But if it is happening in your case, then you need to fill out these pages. Now, a deviation is when one party is coming to court and saying, hey, judge, you should not order child support based on what the calculator says. You should order child support that is either higher or lower than what the calculator says. Now, if you are seeking a deviation, you have to plead that in advance. You can't just show up to court and ask for a deviation. And some of the reasons you might ask for a deviation are if, say, for example, you're paying child support, but you're also paying extraordinary medical expenses for your child, you might ask for a break on child support. Um, Maybe there's tutoring expenses, sports expenses, whatever it is. If you're paying some kind of heavy freight for your child, you might ask for a deviation that child support be either raised or lowered. So that's pretty much what it is. That's how you prepare for a child support hearing, and you do a good job, and you win your case. You get the rulings on the factors that you want. So that's what I have in this video. I hope that helps. Good luck in litigating your case, and I will see you in court.